What's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. Today is June the 2nd. That is so strange to say. June the 2nd, 2021. Come on in the room, people. I need y'all to come on in the room. We got an amazing guest with us today. So come on in the room, y'all. Let me see who's in here. Hello, somebody. Let me know you're here. Let me know you are here on this morning. I see y'all coming up in here. All right, Marion, Jardinia, good morning. Good morning, Regina Short. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, Diane Ladybug. Good morning, Kenny Stanley. Hey, Hester, good morning. Good morning, Pastor Antoinette. Good morning. Good morning, Kimberly Graves. Good morning to all of you. Hey, what's up, girlfriend Deborah Sneed? I see you. Come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. I'm so excited about today. I'm so excited about our guests. But of course, we got some news before we get to her. But y'all, she is amazing. Hey, girl. I'm so excited, y'all. So much goodness is happening, even in these wicked times that we're living in. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, I'm going to tease some of y'all. Good morning, Yvonne. I'm going to tease some of y'all. If y'all could only see the t-shirts. Hello, somebody. Don't worry. Don't worry. Those of you who are members of the Patreon and the News in Motion members, oh, y'all going to like these t-shirts. And everybody can get them. Everybody can get them. We're going to be rolling those out next week. Good morning, Tony Smith. So we're going to show ours off. The members who will be purchasing them. Myself, oh y'all, we went to a Black business owner to get them. Y'all, the t-shirts are the bomb.com. Hello, somebody. Y'all knew we was gonna get it. We just had to get it right. Good morning, Riakis. Good morning. So y'all, yeah, Pastor Antoinette, I'm gonna talk about that. President Biden ain't playing with these people. And it's like the more we talk about, or the more they talk about it, talking about he done lost it, this, that, and the other. Homie was spitting fire in that press conference. Yeah, girl, the merch is coming. When I tell y'all, y'all, we even got accepted. I'm not going to tell y'all. I'm not going to tell y'all. Y'all just going to have to wait until I lift the cup or lift the water bottle. The water bottle is the bomb.com too. Hello, somebody. Good morning, Lori Wallace. Good morning to you. So, y'all, I am excited. I'm excited. And before I go any further, there's something I need to share with all of you. We had a team meeting on yesterday, and we were just talking about some things. And y'all remember this, like back in December, January. I said when News in Motion got to a place. Good morning to my biological brother, Liz Pryor. As y'all remember, I said if it gets to a place where I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. I said we're going to have a conversation. So we did, in the conversation that we all landed on the same thing. Good morning, Kenya Noel. Is that the whole reason the show was kicked off in the first place was news and politics. It was all about news and politics. It's a passion of mine. I light up. I get excited. Everything. I love doing the research. I love doing it. And it has turned, as y'all know, it's turned into 6, 7, 8, 9, sometimes 10 hours a day doing the research and checking to see, if this is checking off this box and what are we really going to share. And lately we've had so much news. Even today I was cutting things off because we just had too much news. Good morning, Dr. Kim Carter. Good morning, Adrienne, girl. And so I was looking at everything and the team was having a conversation. And y'all seen Carl on here, between Carl and Dominic and Kia and let me tell y'all, the team is on board. Zelray, they said there was one thing. If y'all remember this, Dominic said it when I had her on for her birthday. When she said, Mom, it's your personality, it's your excitement that draws people. And what we were doing, we were getting heavy on the images. And I know y'all like them. Yesterday, we probably had, I don't know, close to 20 images. But it takes away from how the show was designed. So I'm going to say this up front. Good morning, Philip. I'm going to say this up front. Y'all, I apologize. I apologize that we started to become something that we never were supposed to be. So y'all got me back. Hello, 100. So we'll still have images. We'll still have our subtitles, but we're going to do those more loosely because it's about the energy and the things and my excitement from the news and the politics. So y'all just have to pay attention to see where we're going. We're still going to have commercials because we do need the break. Believe it or not, my mouth goes dry when I'm talking for 30 minutes. So, and I don't want y'all to see me like, y'all can see me drinking my mimosa and all that stuff. And no, I didn't have any this morning. But we still need to have those fillers to let me breathe at times. And we're still going to have guests on Wednesday, but we're going to come off of some of the images and still have the dialogue. Something else that I'm going to share, that we're going to go into the intro in a moment. Good morning, Pastor Annette. Something else I want to share with you all is that when I do what I do, I literally feed off of your comments. So keep the comments coming. Keep the comments coming. Y'all, this is who I'm, Gail Dudley. This is me. I don't apologize for doing it. And hear me when I say to y'all, I love this News in Motion family. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And yes, because of what we do need your support. And so the best place to go is to the patreon.com. And that's patreon.com/News in Motion. $5 for a membership. When I tell y'all these t-shirts are banging, hello somebody. See, I'll be the first one to display it. Nobody's going to see it before this. So don't be text messaging me saying, let me get a peek, because you ain't going to get a peek. But y'all, when we come out with the water bottle, boom, and the person that the company we were able to partner with, I just knew. And I'm going to just give y'all a side note. Then we're going to get to the news. I just knew they were going to tell me no. But I stepped out on faith. Y'all got some crazy faith. I stepped out on faith. I wrote them their little email and told them about us, sent a little press kit. They came back. I'm talking about a company that deals with the high-end banks and the major corporations, y'all. They came back and said, where have you been? Yes, we would love to partner with you. Hello, somebody. Boom, say what? Y'all, I'm excited. And no, this is water. It's water. All right, y'all. Y'all know we got to get this party started at some point. All right, let's go. Hey, once again for our quote this week, bam, Viola Fletcher. I have never seen justice. I pray that one day I will. Y'all, and let me tell y'all, Joe Biden wasn't playing with the people yesterday. He was not playing with the people yesterday. Good morning, Ron Robinson. And y'all, Kim Carter is correct. And she, with Kim Carter, side note, before I get to Joe Biden, with Dr. Kim Carter, we're friends. We go back a long way. Like, we might as well be sisters. We go back so far. And so we had a conversation. We had talked. I went to a hair appointment that I had missed. It was the day before. I called her back laughing, talking about, girl must be getting old. Then all of a sudden she slips me this text message. I said, I'm going to just ignore this. Because I knew if I responded to her, I would show her. Wasn't happening. All right, y'all. Before I get to Joe Biden, let me get to cash reparations. Say that real fast. For descendants of seminary slaves. Hello, somebody. Somebody got the memo to give cash. Y'all, New York Times is reporting that a Virginia seminary that used both slaves and Jim Crow labor is making history as it begins to pay reparations to descendants. Yep, the Virginia Theological Seminary in Alexandria began distributing the annual checks for $2,100 in February, with some 15 people having received them so far. And as looking at more descendants, however, cities warn that the only acceptable form of reparations should come from the federal government. Well, y'all, no, and y'all be frowning no $2,100. They gave them cash. Hello, I'll accept that. Thank you very much. Somebody got the memo. All right, let me get to Joe Biden before I bring him a girl. Y'all, Biden and voting rights. Y'all, I was like, calm down, brother, because he was getting too excited. Y'all can talk about Slow Joe if you want to. Oh no, homie came out like, look here. He's not playing with them. So he used the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Race Massacre to make a plea for sweeping legislation in Congress to protect the right to vote as Republican-led government in Texas and other states passed new legislation. I can't even get my words out this morning. So y'all, let me just tell y'all about Joe. There he is. Look at him. He even looks like he's fired up. You wouldn't know how old he was. Now, y'all, we're still dealing with this filibuster. Y'all, not just with Republicans, but also with Democrats. Joe Manchin, he doesn't want to give up the filibuster. And y'all, they need 60 votes. Remember, I've been teaching this for a while. They need 60 votes. And it's not looking too good. So Joe said, that's okay. I'm getting ready to tap Kamala Harris. Y'all can do what you want to, but I'm getting ready to tap her. Now, y'all, this is what my call to action for today. Do the research on your representatives on Capitol Hill and find out how they plan to vote when it comes to the filibuster. Do your research. Find out how they plan to vote. All right, y'all, without further ado, boom, Cassandra Tolbert. I see her in the room. Let me bring her in here. What's up?
Hello, News and Motion family. Hey, Gail.
Y'all, we have been friends less than a year.
Yes.
But y'all, there was a connection. I'm not going to sit here and talk all about her. Y'all, she's amazing. Y'all, her brother-in-law died of sickle cell. So I'm going to let her share that story. She started Soul Wars. So even when I'm talking about Joe Biden, I'm talking about voting rights. I'm also talking about the cause such as sickle cell. Many of you know that during this whole coronavirus pandemic, there was many Black and brown people who were dying because of pre-existing conditions. So Cassandra, I want you to share with everybody your nonprofit. Please do not be shy on how they can give. But I want to kick it off by asking you this question. Why are you so gorgeous in that amazing kitchen?
I get it from my mama. I don't know.
You're absolutely, that girl's gorgeous. No, here's my real question. I just had to put that out there. I'm like, she's bad this morning. You are a business owner. You are a founder of a nonprofit.
Yes.
And I should say you are a serial business owner. You are an administrator of an amazing business platform on Facebook. You have 7 children. Y'all, she has 7 children. Hello. You have an amazing husband. Y'all have rental property. You are investing in the community. I can go on and on and on and on and on. Yep, you're an author. Thank you for putting us up there. She's an author of 2 amazing children books. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, side note, since you put that up there. Y'all, this woman had a vision that if she sold 1 million books, was it you were going to give $1 million?
$100,000.
$100,000. And I was talking to her because, we always helping her with some promote. I said, have you lost your mind? She said, no, girl, I believe in giving back. Y'all, that girl means every word she says. Her heart is pure. And I thought it was only fitting to bring her on this News in Motion family to talk about what it is she's doing, how we can get involved or get behind, or how we can think about businesses that we have. So I'm going to give you the screen, take it away, share with whatever you want to. I will be posting up your questions if you have any questions for Cassandra. So Cassandra, make sure you're looking at the screen. But go ahead, girl. Have a good time.
All righty. Well, thank you, Gail, for all them kind words. Yes, I am the founder of Keelan Tarver Dancing Through the Pain. It's a 501 nonprofit 3C. It was inspired because my brother-in-law, when I met my husband some 20 years ago, my brother-in-law, he had sickle cell, and he had to go to the hospital routinely to get blood transfusions and the pain crisis, the pain that he was in, and I didn't know anything about it. So it amazed me that a disease that predominantly affects our community I didn't know anything about. So I'm like, how can we change that? So he passed. Hello. So he passed in 2008, and I'm like, I have to do something to bring awareness. Well, it came to fruition last September. The one thing about the COVID is that you really had time to think about your purpose and what you're here for. And I was able to do that. I was able to start Keely and Tarver dancing through the pain. My niece also, my husband, all his siblings, they have the trait. And my niece, she has sickle cell, and she went through her second bone marrow transplant. And the bone marrow transplant is the only cure to date. And sometimes it don't take, and that's why she had to go through two. And so we're praying that this second bone marrow transplant that consists of chemotherapy and a lot of other treatments that go into it, and we're praying that it took the second time. Well, I was thinking of ways to fundraise for the nonprofit. And last year I thought of Soul Wars. Soul Wars is a food competition. So what happens is you have people that enter into the food competition and they have a chance to win $1,000. The first one we did was in March, and that was supposed to be the only one. But the first one that we did, it was in March. The food was soul food. And we had our winner. It was $1,000. We had our grand finale. We had entertainment at the grand finale. It was a beautiful thing. And it took off so well that people were saying, you have to do that again. We don't have anything like that in Columbus. It was a beautiful time that we had. It was beautifully decorated. I mean, I was pushed to go forward with it. So that is why I eventually was like, you know what, we have to keep this going. And not just in Columbus. We're actually due to travel to Memphis in May, because they have a big thing in Memphis that I didn't know about. But it's called Memphis in May, where everybody come across the world, and it is all about food. So not only will we be doing Soul Wars in Columbus, we will also be doing Soul Wars in Memphis and Philly and Cincinnati, wherever we're invited to, because the more we do Soul Wars and we have this fun competition, the more awareness that it brings to sickle cell. To get involved, you can go to www.kt-dtp.org. You can also get involved with Soul Wars by sending a donation via Cash App to Soul Wars 614. But let me tell you about what we have going on for this next Soul Wars. So this next Soul Wars, it'll be taking place here in Columbus, Ohio. And like I said, we have 2 rounds. The first round is usually 10, and then they compete, and then we pick 3 finalists to go on to the finale. Now the finale is always a big deal. So this finale is going to be so awesome. We have the Quan Hao project, and I know that he was on here I think last month, so you know that he's awesome. So you know that you're going to be entertained. So we're going to have Quan Hao bringing you that live band, that live music on the patio, and then we're going to have earbleed music entertainment. They are going to be in the pavilion. They're a DJ. And they are going to be out there partying with you. You can bring your lawn chairs, come out and dance. We have the Black Pearls. That is a young African-American drill team, dance team. They're awesome. They go all over. They're going to be opening up for us. And most of all, we have the contestants. That's going to be cooking off. So this theme for this Soul Wars competition is grilling. So, of course, the finale is the cookout. And it's going to be fantastic. Bring your burgundy, bring your lawn chairs, go to Quan Hao, listen to some great music, come in the front, come dance with us. And we're going to have merchandise for sale because September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So, you know how we have, in October, when everybody's wearing pink and you see the merchandise, we're going to bring awareness to in September. You're going to also see everybody wearing burgundy. The thing about sickle cell too, as well, that touches my heart is that they have pain crisis, and the pain crisis is no joke. And the sad part about it is that when they become older, when they go to the hospital to get care, the nurses and the doctors, they look at them like they're drug addicts. They don't believe that they're in that much pain. They don't believe that they're that sick. They're not treated kindly. And they a lot of times go unseen and forgotten, and they feel alone. I have a page on Facebook, Keely and Tarver. It's a page that you could go on my page. I often try to post some things that the sickle cell warriors are telling me, just so people could get an insight of what is really going on, so it's not so blind. I was just talking to a young lady who was in the hospital last week, and her nurses were really mean to her. They told her that she didn't need any medicine, that she wasn't in pain. They belittled her to the point, and she wasn't in Columbus. So to the point to where I said, hey, I can call down to that hospital and I can act like I'm your mom, your aunt, your sister, or whatever you want me to be. And I will talk to them nurses. So I think that, y'all, that we really have to rally behind this. We really have to bring awareness, because without awareness, you won't get resources. And that is one of the problems with sickle cell, is that they don't have a lot of resources. Our goal with doing these fundraisers and with bringing awareness to sickle cell, went through this with my goddaughter, yes. And it predominantly affects us. 1 in 365 children are born with the disease, and 1 in 13 Black children is born with the trait. It affects us. This affects our communities. These is our babies that's in this hospital crying out for help. This is we have to do something about it. It's on us. But our main goal is to build housing. So we want to, or buy housing, or we want to provide housing for sickle cell warriors for a year to live bill free and rent free. And that is important because with my mother-in-law, when my brother-in-law was sick, she missed a lot of days of work. She was in the hospital all the time. So it was kind of hard keeping a place, because you're moving from job to job, because you're in a hospital sometimes weeks at a time with your sick child. And then when you become an adult, it's hard for you to keep a job because you have these pain crises. And these pain crises will put you down, and it's no determined time. It could last for 2 days. It could last for a week. It could last for a month. So that is our primary goal, is to have housing for these sickle cell warriors. I think I went pretty fast. Do anybody have any questions?
Girl, you jamming. I was like, go, girl. Let's see if there's any questions. If anybody has any questions, and while you're putting up your questions, I'll be looking for those. While you're looking for, so I want to go back to something, Cassandra, and you touched on it. But I think sickle cell, I remember, I'll be turning 56 in July. Mm-hmm. I remember in elementary school hearing about it. But then back in my day, it was called junior high school, and high school. I didn't hear anything. So you can say, it's almost as if it's taboo, or we don't talk about it, or we think that it's over, but it's something that's still very real in our lifetime. So how do we start having a conversation with people so that we can find out if they need assistance or need help or anything like that? And again, y'all, if y'all have any questions, please put this in.
And how you start having the conversations is getting involved. And when I say getting involved, I know a young lady that passed away from sickle cell middle school. Yes. I think that they were surprised that my brother-in-law even made it to his age when he passed, and it was 29. That is how deadly disease is too, because we think of the pain, but it's also is deadly. So we have to get out there. We have to use our voices. We have to advocate. Patient advocates are so important. Regina, you're absolutely right. You have to get out there. You have to advocate. You have to get involved. You have to understand that when you see everybody wearing pink, it's because everybody got involved. So now, and believe me, I have a spot in my heart for cancer as well. My mother passed of it 2 years ago, but there's nothing out there for sickle cell. You have to literally scroll. You literally find out. You have to find these resources, and there's hardly any. So the most important thing is getting involved, advocating. Go to our website, find out ways to get involved. Go and donate blood. That's one of the big things as well, is that these bone marrow transplants, they have to find people who match their blood type, and it's hard. After I had my youngest son, I found out I'm a trait carrier of sickle cell. And it's so important to know if you're a trait carrier, because if you have a trait and your spouse have the trait, then your chances of having a child that has sickle cell goes up. So it's important for you to know if you have the trait or if you do not have the trait. And it's important for you to have that conversation with your spouse if you do have the trait, because you run a risk of, having a child that has sickle cell.
Wow, this is so. Can you give us, and Marian, if you would do this for me, can you give us the website again and give it slowly so Marian can put it in the thread?
Yes, it's www.kt-dtp.org.
One more time, please.
www.kt-dtp.org. inspirational-dtp.org.
And there's Kim Edmondson says, how do you find out if you have the trait?
Well, you have to get a blood test. Now, Kim, and I'm not sure your age because I believe it was just in May of 2007. Don't quote me on that. But they used to not even test. So you wouldn't even know unless you had a child. Now, when you're born, you get tested, and the doctors will let you know if you have the trait or not. But you definitely have to go, and you definitely have to get tested to see if you have the trait. Cassandra, you have anything to do special to put this information? Would you do anything special with this
hospital? Do anything special to get this information in the hospitals?
Yes, you have to have a rally behind you because I'm actually in discussion with Children's Hospital. We went there, we donated gloves. They have a beautiful unit at Children's Hospital. But the problem is, and again, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of you are aware that if a lot of people is not speaking about it, they'd be like, oh, okay, yes, ma'am, thank you. And then they go on about their way. So that's why it's important for us to rally behind it. As far as even with like Soul Wars, if you come to Soul Wars, and you do have to buy a ticket, and I believe the tickets is fairly priced. It includes meal, it includes entertainments. The meals is by 5-star event. That money you're getting involved. So as you're coming out and you're having that good time and you're listening to Quan Health Project and you have your burgundy and your lawn chairs and you're having a great time, you're donating to the cause. So like I said, the more that you get involved, in these causes, the more you call up to these hospitals, the more you get on these on Facebook. Join some of the sickle cell groups. Join some of them, and you will actually see the reality of what these babies go through and what these parents go through who have these babies that are dealing with sickle cell.
Wow, girl, we can go on and on and on. I'm like, oh, this is some great info. Y'all, please follow Cassandra Tarver on her Facebook page, follow the Soul Wars page, and follow the KT-DTP page. And I got that right?
Yes, you got it right. And the tickets went on sale yesterday. So if you want to be a part of the cookout, if you want to be a part of spreading awareness, the tickets are available on Eventbrite, and you can search the cookout because it will be the cookout.
The cookout. Hello, somebody. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Mary Jenkins is saying, I'm glad to know there's a local movement for sickle cell. Yeah. We need to bring more awareness. Y'all, Cassandra'sTheBond.com. This is somebody you want in your corners. Again, thank you, Cassandra, for hanging out with the News and Motion family. What'd you say?
Thank you for having me. And let me tell y'all, News and Motion family, if you haven't yet, go sow into Gail. The information that she provides, she gets up every single morning at 4:30 to bring you the news and to bring you her beautiful smile. I'm prescribed. I'm $5 a month. $5 a month. That's a mimosa. Give up one mimosa.
One mimosa.
Give up one mimosa.
Look, y'all, that's how much she loves me. I ain't tell her that. She just gonna do what she does. And on that note, I'm taking her off the screen. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, y'all. We still have other news I'm gonna run through real quick. Thank y'all for listening in and tuning in to Cassandra. And please take action. Please take action. All right, y'all. The tennis player Naomi Osaka. This image right here is courtesy of BBC. I wanted this image because it has she has George Floyd on her mask. Y'all, she has withdrawn from the French Open one day after being fined for skipping her mandatory post-game press conference. She wrote on social media that she suffers from depression and gets a huge wave of anxiety before speaking to the media. Here's her quote. She says, I think now is the best time for the tournament, the other players, and my well-being is that I withdraw so that everyone can get back to focusing on tennis going on in Paris. Y'all, she is saying that she gets anxiety. There's so many people that are dealing with some sort of anxiety. And she says when she sits before the media, she really feels as if she's just going to lose it. So if you're following some of her comments, she's being honest, she's being transparent. But here's what's happening, y'all. She was fined $15,000 for this, for not being at the press conference after the tournament. Now on Sunday, people started coming forward. So then we had Billie Jean King, y'all remember she was a tennis player, said that professional athletes have a responsibility to talk to the media. My question for you today, is that true? Do we really have to do that? Her goal, her life, her profession is to play tennis, yet they're trying to demand that she does other things. I really want to talk about this at some point when we're talking about mental illness. And I saw what you said, I believe it was either Philip or Jeffrey Allen James, who's talking about we need to talk about dementia as well. And I agree with that. Yes, Mary, $15,000 for not attending the press conference. She said she couldn't do it ever since she beat Serena Williams. She says she's been like just thrown into the spotlight. She has a love for tennis, but at the same time, she's saying, I can't deal with this other piece because of my anxiety. So how do we have a balance here? And is it fair that they're charging her $15,000 for this? And I don't know where the contract says. I don't know what it looks like. It's none of my business. But do we have a responsibility to protect our people? And then everyone who is trying to throw her against the wall, they don't look like her. They don't look like her. Demia is saying it is in their contracts. And you, so can the contract be altered? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, because this woman, when I was reading her threads, because I was looking her up on Instagram and I was looking her up on Twitter, and people in her family were commenting, yeah, she really has a fear of that. They're saying she's able to play out there because that's her sport. She goes into the zone. And she has tried to figure out how to go into the zone when it comes to media, but she's having a hard time with that. I agree with her decision too. I mean, because let's just take this for a moment. I know I'm running out of time, but let me deal with this real quick. Let's just take this for a moment. She gets up there and she gets sick or something happens to her. Then that's going to be the next narrative. She's weak. She can't do this, that, and the other. We must protect athletes with mental illness. I agree with you, Deborah. So, it's like, where's the balance here? Bless her heart. It would be good for her to have a coach. Mary got praying for her. Yep, we're praying for her. I listened to NPR interview yesterday that the press talks are part of their contracts to begin. Yep, I get it. I get it. If she had 103 degrees fever, they would understand. John Gore saying, I understand, but a contract is a contract. I'm just saying. So there we are. There we are. So I guess the question comes back to, can the contract be changed? When she's talking, now let's go here. And I'm not disagreeing with the contractor. I'm not disagreeing. Trust me, when I'm out there with my press passes, I'm wanting to talk to people too. And I'm there because they're supposed to be talking to us. I get it. I get it. But here's the question. When somebody goes on a shooting spree, they yell mental illness and they, go get a hamburger. They got a bulletproof vest on. They get to, talk to people, do whatever they want to. If you have an insurrectionist on January the 6th, they demand vegan food while they're in the jail cell. I'm just saying. And yeah, I agree with y'all. Contract is a contract. Kim Edmonds saying it's a no-win situation. Deborah Johnson saying, why do we shame people with mental illness? Yep, all this is relevant. And I'm glad we can talk about this here on the show. Y'all, the coronavirus numbers, because y'all know y'all want me to wrap it up and I got to get somewhere. The coronavirus numbers for today recovered 27,940,918. Again, 27,940,918. In April, Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida signed a law to prevent businesses and government agencies from requiring consumers to show their vaccine passports. That's your proof of vaccination in order to buy goods or services. Well, now y'all know the CDC approved cruises. Hello, somebody. John, Deborah, y'all listening? Approved cruises to start this summer from out of Florida. Well, now the cruise lines are pulling back. They're like, no, we're not going to show up on the Florida line if we can't ask for proof of vaccination, because they're in the state of Florida and the government said you don't have to show that. The cruise lines are saying that that ain't going with my playbook. That ain't happening. So there's a fight. So we don't know if the cruises are going to come out of Florida or if they're going to move them basically to Texas and there was another Baltimore, Maryland area, and there's a couple others in the U.S. So they may be pulling out of Florida because Florida's not having it. Now, y'all, Friday, boom, that's happening Friday. USA Today and CNN are reporting that since starting the special promotion in March, Krispy Kreme has given away more than, guess this number, y'all, 1.5 million donuts to customers who present a vaccination card. Krispy Kreme, which is preparing to go public with this, has upped the ante for National Donut Day on Friday, promising all customers a free donut and 2 if you show that you have been vaccinated. Well, there's that. But then we have the Nestle company coming out saying, oh, we probably need to make sure people are eating healthy. So, y'all, Financial Times is reporting Nestle, the world's biggest food company by sales, has decided it's time to be healthier. Yep, an internal presentation reported by the Financial Times found that 63% people of Nestle products don't meet, I want y'all to hear this quote, a recognized definition of health. Say, what? Y'all, they saying that some of this food can't even be recognized as food. And yet, we eat this stuff. Y'all, they really went in on Hot Pockets. They talked about that more than 70% is not even food. And we've been eating it and feeding it to our babies. That's what's happening. But they said, don't worry, the candy will still be the candy, but they're going to deal with all the other stuff. All right, y'all, for the win, I promise y'all I'm wrapping up. For the win. Her name is Debbie Neal Strickland. She gets the win. Y'all, 10 years after their first date, and this is Associated Press reporting this, Debbie Neal Strickland put on her cream-colored gown, married her longtime sweetheart in their Florida church. 2 days later, she put on a hospital gown and donated a kidney to the new husband's ex-wife. Y'all heard that right. She donated a kidney to the new husband's ex-wife. Yeah. The ex-wife, age 59, had long struggled with a kidney disease. But last year, she was not doing well at all. Her daughter was getting ready to have a baby. Her brother went to get tested. He could not provide a kidney. And so Debbie had been praying, a Christian woman, and she says, God told me, you're a match. You need to do this. So she did. So my inspirational message for today, y'all, yeah, this is happening right here. Yeah, Demia, I like Demia's eyeballs. Boom. She did what? She said, new definition of blended family. Yeah, y'all, yeah. Seriously, y'all, seriously. That's why she gets the win. That's why she gets the win. She said God told her to do it, so she did. So here's my inspirational message for today, and we're out of here. What has God told you? You need to do this, whatever this is. What has He told you to do? I think so often we want to block out God's voice when He's directly telling us to do things. And this is a season I believe God is moving us to do things that are some unusual things. We're like, this doesn't make sense. And God comes back and says, I didn't plan for it to make sense. The question is, are you going to be obedient or not? This is what I want you to do. Some of us have been avoiding picking up the phone to forgive somebody from even 10, 15, 20 years ago. And God is like saying, but what you're trying to get to, I'm going to need you to go back and handle some things before you can move forward. See, we don't want to hear that. We're always looking at, women, we're always looking at the other women like, Well, why aren't we looking at the men like, Because maybe it's the men that did some of these things. Maybe it's the women that are doing some of these things. Maybe it's the children that are doing some of these things. And I'm treading here lightly, and I can hear God say, don't be skirting the issue. I told you what I told you to tell the people. So it has to start with me. I need to be obedient. There are some things that God has been calling you to do, and you are refusing to do it because you are operating in your flesh. Yeah, there I said it. And God is saying, time out for operating in your flesh. Time out for always talking about what you're going to be obedient to and telling other people to be obedient, and yet you are still not operating in the gift or the calling that God has given you to do. He has given each of us an assignment. He has given each of us an assignment. And the question is, are you going to fulfill your assignment, which means you have to go back and deal with people you have decided you don't like. Yep, and I said you have decided that you don't like. Maybe the people were in a rough space. I'm talking to myself too, y'all. Maybe people were in a hard time. Maybe they were dealing with things that they couldn't handle. Maybe they don't even remember treating you the way they've treated you. And God is saying, I want you to go forward. But in order to go forward, I'm calling you to do X, Y, Z. And we can no longer give excuses as to why we're not fulfilling X, Y, Z. He's saying, in our vernacular, the ball's in your court. What are you going to do this day? All right, y'all. I'm Gail Dudley. This has been your News in Motion. Thank you again to Cassandra Tarver. Y'all know what I say. Stay well. And remember, make some moves.